Why have a business? The inherent in the term is operational activity, deliberation, plan, act. Not, oh, I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to look pretty and I'm going to sit here, and when they come in the store, they know it's me. I'm me. So I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to passively earn all this money. I'm going to passively, I guess a Jedi Knight trick. They all the consumers, I was going to say a curse word, but all the consumers over to my racks that ain't even really merchandise. I just rolled a couple of racks in here, or I didn't even take advantage of the entire 2,500 square feet. And I just because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I didn't even ask nobody. I didn't hire a consultant. I can't afford a consultant, but I didn't even ask my friends that are in this business. I didn't even visit a store or two, because that is your number one consultant right there. Free. Walk into any real store that sells what you sell, and you immediately have an example of merchandising. And you didn't have to pay for some merchandising expert, because I've worked in retail, which you all know, management, merchandising, all that stuff, and they send you out plans, literally, on generally a monthly basis, sometimes a weekly basis. Especially when I was working at Rave as a manager. I was an assistant manager with my best friend at the time, who was a manager. And we got merchandising plans weekly. Pictures and everything. New posters, new this, all that. Put it up. Make this. Change the floor. Done. Did you come to play, or are you play? You go, again, using Rashida as an example. Clearly, she came to play. When you go in her store, it's merchandise. I don't know if she had a consultant. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, she basically, when you say merchandise, she made it look real. That's all I'm saying. That's all that means at the end of the day. She made it look like she came to play. She made it look like a store that you would expect to see in the mall. That's what that means in layman terms, in the simplest terms. Did you come to play? We're talking about all businesses, okay? Same thing, if you're going to open a restaurant. I've seen restaurants literally be open but do absolutely no advertising. And they just expect somehow for consumers to passively just gravitate toward them because they have the best of intentions and they're a great person and they invested all their savings. What? No. When you come to play, you plan. You work your plan. You implement your plan. You change your plan when parts of the plan are not working. You strategize to keep yourself afloat. You put your cost of goods sold into your price. You came to play. Track star. I grind, right? I'm in the gym. I'm doing training. I'm training cross country, even though I don't run cross country, because it helps with what? Endurance. And it helps you get faster. The irony. Track stars know that. I'm training with the football players. I'm doing free weights, all these things to make me stronger mentally and physically. I'm putting good stuff in my diet so that my body responds well to my training. So that when I get out on that track, when it's time and I hear go, fire, the mark that we get, I can go. My body is ready. My mind is ready. I've drunk all my water. I'm ready. I'm more than ready. I came to play. I'm not about play. If I open a store, I have merchandise. I have started marketing. I have an Instagram account. I have a Twitter account. I have a Facebook account, because that's what people do. You can have your own thing. You can have your own kind of grassroots, I'm going to rock it this way. But you also need to follow your consumer base as well. That's a part of coming to play too. You don't just go out and tell the consumers you going to do everything my way. They're going to laugh at you, yo, because they got other places they can go. They're not going to do all this. Then also, here's another point that I always make to the companies that and small business owners for which I consult. Stop selling yourself short, because that ain't coming to play. You think the track star gets out on the track, and as she's posted up or he's posted up beside the opponents, she looks over and says, I really don't think I'm going to win. Hey, I didn't train well this week or nothing. Like, y'all are probably going to do well. You look awesome. I can tell that you've been putting in work. I doubt I'm going to win. Really? Who does that? Who does that, my friends? Who does that? You go out, you act the part because you are the part if you have planned the part. That part. Guys, if there's nothing that I can share with you that you don't already know, I strongly encourage you to not only believe in yourself, because believing in yourself is just conceptual. Until you actually start putting things in motion, which is that strategic plan, which is core to everything, every aspect of our lives. A strategic plan can be applicable to every facet of our lives. Preparing to buy a house. Preparing for a child if you're married and you're actually planning your parenthood. Preparing for their college saving, preparing for your estate, preparing for your retirement, preparing for worst case scenarios, emergency savings, preparing for if you decided to go back to school and go into a different industry from the industry that you're in. Preparing to move, like we discussed, I think 2 weeks ago, something as simple as moving. Everything you do in life is better served upon you with strategic planning. Some planning is a little more complex than others. But if you intend to live this life and not just have life live you, which is actually lyrics from my very first song called Faith. I recorded in California with my team when I first launched Eargasm Records in 2000. Don't let life live you. You live life. Come to play. Everything you do. Everything you do. If you're going on an audition, come to play. Don't just come with one monologue prepared. Make sure you have 2 or even 3. In my case, I like to have 3. I like to have one from different genres because I always get typecast for funny roles because I guess I have a silly kind of bubbly disposition. So I'm always in that comic relief position. But I also come with pieces with more dramatic undertones or overtones and romantic wise because I want to be considered for those roles. And you don't ever know. They may, right now, when you go to an audition, what they've advertised, they may have already expanded that behind the scenes between, everyone in production. Maybe the writer said, you know what, let's write in this part because this would add to the, to the storyline. So you get there and you didn't come to play. You just have that one monologue prepared for what they're advertising for. Instead of being prepared. Is this what you want? If this is what you want, then you come to play. Don't be about play. Come to play. prepare a song. I always do. I always have a song prepared. I always prepare 2 pieces. I do a jazz standard, which actually shows my vocal range more than ironically enough, more than my own original music. So I have a piece for that, a piece of my own original music, because I'm also trying to push my original music to be part of a soundtrack for a movie. And then I always have some classic piece. You know, that classic piece that everybody they want to hear you sing that. Okay? Come to play in everything you do. Strategize everything. Please, again, and I'm wrapping it up now because it's 10:49. I've been on since 10:27. Please, in anything you do in life, come to play. You've heard it said in so many different ways. The same way people will say, you've heard the beautiful Christmas song, you know. We've heard it in many ways, right? Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season to start coming to play. Stop half-assing. Stop doing just the bare minimum. You're wondering why people like myself are beasting this and getting this, and you're like, wait, but we're going through all the same struggles. How is it that she got this far? I come from Smith Homes. Yes, I come from a military family, but they still had to grind and put their, they were a married couple and they had to put their stuff together and grind and beast and build. We lived in Smith Homes. If you know anything about Greensboro and ghetto or the projects, that is the epitome of it. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was born to folk that grind. And even if you're not even if you don't have the generational, comeuppance of grinding people in your life, we still have the same makeup. We do. Sometimes, jokingly, we want to, say it's in my DNA. And maybe, maybe we have some affinities. Maybe there are some genetic, things that, help us, with maybe better launch pad, if you will. But at the end of the day, it doesn't guarantee that one person, like if I'm more athletically built and, and I have my genes of course, my height. So that says that, so some people say, well, she is genetically inclined and better suited for traditional runway modeling. And there may be something accurate to that. There you have it. Because of my body shape and all those things, there you have it. But at the end of the day, we still have the same potentiality. And you can see right now, there are plus size women that are, and I'm plus size, ironically enough, but more traditionally, because most people look at me and say, girl, you can tell ain't no plus size. But what I'm saying is I'm coming to you being truthful. Plus size models are out there beasting it. And there are some people that kind of like jokingly, from Maya Angelou's admonition, she's like, pretty women wonder. Because she came to play though. She came to, not play dough. She came to play though. She came to play. That's why Maya is successful in the realm that she's asserted, that she's told us about. That's why certain plus size models are beasting it right now. And they are CoverGirl and Maybelline and doing all those things. I can't think of the young lady's name. They're just awesome models right now. What is it? Winnie. Winnie came to play. People wonder, there are literally people right now, and I just think she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But there are people right now who think, oh my God, how is it that her skin is like this? I got perfect skin. I am genetically inclined for this. Why are they hiring everybody else but me, and especially Winnie? Because Winnie came to play. What you doing? Come to play. If you are intending to do a thing, come to play. Because if you don't come to play, trust me, somebody else is.